Alright people, Catfish Dave here. I am up on Norris Lake. I've never fished this lake in my life. I live 40 something miles from it, and you never hear of Norris Lake. Well, I have heard of it. I've heard the catfishing sucks here. One guy said this is truly the Dead Sea, and I looked up information on it, and you cannot find legit information about there being blue cat. You can get some guy in some forum that says, well, they caught some one time, blah, blah, blah. TWRA, Tennessee, does not recognize blue cat in this lake. It's kind of like Dell Hollow, kind of like Douglas and some of South Holston and these other lakes. It's going to be mostly flatheads and channel cat. This time of year, it's cold, water temps in the 50s. We're probably going to see channel cat. Now that don't mean there can't be some blue cats. People live here. They might get tired of their lake not having any good catfish, so they may fish Watts Bar, Fort Loudon, and you may have some individuals that have put some in here over the years, but other than that, they're going to be tough to find. I'm going to throw some cut baits on here and see what happens. It's supposed to pour the rain, so I am dressed in this guide wear from Bass Pro Shops. We're up here off the Highway 33 area, which this is a huge reservoir. Even these creeks have got 60, 80, 100 foot water in there. So yeah, it's a deep lake, very rocky. This is the Norris Lake Catfish Challenge. I'm pretty confident I can catch a channel cat anywhere, so I'm sure we'll see a couple of those. I'm going to be throwing blue cat style baits, so and I've got large hooks, so we're going to miss a lot of those. We're going to see a lot of bites and we're going to land very few, but we will get some. I'm going to go ahead and head downriver before the rain starts, and then I'm going to put an umbrella up over this camera. Here comes the dag-blasted rain. Hang on. Put this bag over it for now. Dag-blasted rain. Yeah, we got a little water on there. Yeah, them people at the Dirty South Dragon Weight sent me a towel, and I guess it's done blew out of the boat. The weather is gonna suck, and it's gonna get suckier as the day goes. Okay, we're about set up. I wish I brought my towel. These hooks are awful big for channel cat. This umbrella makes it difficult for me to cast. It's right in the way. I don't have a waterproof camera. I don't use GoPros because GoPros don't work. They've got like 17 different versions of a GoPro now trying to correct the mistakes of the first 16, and they can't seem to make one right, so I don't want a GoPro. I'll stick with this old school Sony I bought years and years ago for 200 bucks. It just keeps working as long as you don't get it wet. We've got a course set for adventure. Boy, my hair's gonna be messed up today. I guess I could have put that hood on while it was raining, but I'm not used to wearing rain gear. Let's see if we can catch any catfish at all out of this Norris Lake. Done tried to get hung up already. There's a lot of hang-ups in here, a lot of rocks. Well, all that trouble, we're already hung up. Let me go back here, reel all this in, and try to get this loose. I can already tell you, Norris Lake's gonna be a challenge. Well, all right, y'all. I pulled the cove out, not one nibble. I'm gonna pull the cove back in. Sometimes the direction you pull makes all the difference in the world. Also, I'm not marking anything out here in 40, 50 foot. When I first got back to the end of that thing, I was seeing bait and some sort of fish activity. It could be all the way, everything could be shallow today, I don't know. We're gonna pull back in. So far, we ain't even caught a channel cat in Norris Lake. Well, all right, y'all. No bites in this cove. I mean, nothing. Not a zilch, zero. And that one over there just got hung up, so we're fixing to move. Now that one there is hung up. We're going to move to a different spot. Well, the good news is, although this seems even rockier than the other place, I'm marking a lot more bait in this creek right here. Surely we'll get at least a channel cat bite. I believe I just got my first bite right there. Well, there's the third time I've been hung up in this lake. May have to reel everything in and start back over. I done backlashed my reel because I released it under all that pressure. And what hurts is I'm actually getting some fish swim under the screen that looks like they could be catfish. Oh. I got a big tree. Yeah, and the hook's caught it. We're having fun on Norris Lake. Lots of fun. No fish yet, but we're having fun. This beautiful weather today. Beautiful out here. Ain't nothing better than being wet in December. I'm getting some fish swimming right off the bottom down there. Don't know what it is. If I was in Watts Bar, I would think it was catfish. So far, I'm not convinced this lake's got a catfish in it yet. Well, I have got two small bites here. Don't know from what. Could have been smallmouth bass pecking at the bait for all I know. I'm going to eat something, see if I can conjure up a bite that way. Usually these fish will hit when I'm eating. There ain't nothing better than a sopping wet Ritz cracker. Well, it's the only place we've seen any bites at all, so I'm going back in. Sometimes it's better if you change directions. So far, this lake ain't nothing but catfish misery. If I want fishing this bad, I can just go to Douglas Lake. It's a whole lot closer to the house. Oh, we might actually have a fish. Woo-wee! I better get the net, y'all. I don't want to lose him. You don't see many of these around here. I never thought I'd use a net on a channel cat, but in this lake you better not take no chances. Open it up, you ornery thing. Woo! I did it! I caught a catfish in Norris Lake. We got another one. That's two catfish in Norris Lake. So reversing direction sometimes makes a difference. That's a female there. First one was a male. Norris Lake channel cat. Yeah. Hit it. channel cat. Yeah. It's a lovely day out here on Norris Lake. I had a guy tell me if I catch 4 catfish in one video on Norris Lake, I had a phenomenal day out here. So one more and we'll have 4. I believe we can do it. All right, y'all. Nothing on the way out. You have to be pulling in. I've seen many, many days that's the way it was. These fish are one directional. Either way, if we catch one more, we've had a phenomenal trip on Norris Reservoir. All right, y'all, well, I'm waiting on fish number 4. I'm gonna eat some pepper jack cheese between some Ritz crackers. I don't know what's right there, but I get hung every time. That makes the 5th time I've been hung out here. But I'm not gonna get it loose until I finish eating this cheese. I felt something pop, so we was probably hooked on somebody's fishing line that was hooked on that spot. Either way, I've been hung 5 times, but I've got my rig back every time with these dragon weights. Please don't get hung up again in that same spot. Please don't get hung up again in that same gosh spot. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Fish number 4 is knocking at the door. That 4th fish is going to keep messing around, and he's going to be had. Come on, don't you get hung up. Don't you get hung up. Don't you get hung up. I'm glad it's raining again. Oh yeah, fish number 4. Yeah. Yeah. Woo! We did it! Fish number 4. We had a phenomenal day in Norris Reservoir. Open it up there, sucker. There it is right there. 4 catfish, Norris Reservoir. All right, y'all. I'm gonna throw these plugs out and some striper stuff on the way back. Hey, why not? All right, y'all. I had a phenomenal day out here on Norris Lake. I'll probably never come back here again, but either way, I had a phenomenal day. This is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes it a fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.